Going. All right. Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Deborah, your How to Love Innovator. I just came back, not just now, from a funeral of a classmate. I'm just going to put his initials. Well, I'm calling Mike. There's so many Michaels in the world, you wouldn't know which one this is. Those of you that know me and know Mike know which one it is. If anybody has ever died and was ready, it was Mike. If anybody has ever lived a life of servitude and generosity, who knew how to love, it's Mike. The preacher talked about how people say one thing and do another. Talked about how it's not just what happens in the walls of the church. And Michael, as the preacher said, did not go to church at all. But as far as I'm concerned, he took the church everywhere he went, with everybody he met, because it was in him and the Spirit of God was in him. Therefore, he could do the things that Christians would do if they knew how to do it. If they knew how to love, they'd meet no strangers. If they knew how to love, whatever their judgments are about people doing what they do would not be their judgments. It would be a prayer of grace, and really grace for themselves. But that's another post for another time. They call it I call it self-reflection. But Michael is a beautiful expression of God's love. It's a beautiful example of what it means to truly know how to love and not be afraid to love, no matter where he was, what he was doing, who he was talking to. So I just wanted to take this time before I do anything else to acknowledge that. What's up, Golden Bears? Oh my goodness, our brother. He did it and left everything on the stage of life, before he took his flight. And don't get it twisted. The Spirit of God is still here. The Spirit of Michael is still here. I think he was a great example of what it means to be a believer. And I am glad to have witnessed the part of his life where he showed me, how to die. You die with honor. You die with hope. You die knowing that everything is all right with you. And that's what he wants us to know. And that's what I want us to know, is if you're ready to die, then go ahead and live. Because there's no shame, no grief. And I know that goes against what we think. But think about it. Somebody who does this thing and does it right, leave here knowing they did it and did it right. And not because they're looking for a badge from any of us, because he could care less about what we think about what he was doing. Because if he did, he probably would have went to church every Sunday and all day, Wednesday or whatever people do. But he just lived it. And that's what How to Love is about. That's what Jesus of Nazareth was about. How to love, following the example of Jesus of Nazareth. Loving, I say, is to hold someone or something in such high regard that you make the necessary sacrifice to stay connected. That's what Jesus did. That's what Mike did. That's my goal in my life, is to share it, do it, be it. This has been Dr. Deborah. How you loving?